Hi friends, how are you all? Welcome back to Soulful Knowledge. So in my channel, I'm posting regarding Kundalini awakening and spiritual awakening. So if you're interested in this, you can follow my channel. And I'm posting in two languages, in Tamil as well as in English. So if you wanted to check only in English version, you can check my playlist, Soulful Knowledge English. So today I'm going to discuss about a very important thing. So about the why we are facing the anxiety, depressions, and all these panic attacks during spiritual awakening. So this is what I'm going to discuss about today. So it's a very, very important thing. So this is the most struggling phase in spiritual awakening. So I'm going to discuss about that. So generally, if you see the reason behind this, everyone will tell that the chakras are imbalanced. So that's why we are getting all these panic attacks. We are facing the depression, anxiety, and panic attacks. Yes, of course, it is true. So, if we actually balance these chakras, we have many yogas and meditation to balance these chakras. Of course, if we do that, we're able to overcome all these situations. So this is a normal thing everyone will tell. But today I'm going to explain why it is happening, for what reason we are getting all these panic attacks, all these anxieties, depressions, isolation. So why are we facing all this and what we have to do to overcome this? So this is very important, and everyone in spiritual awakening facing this should know the reason why it is happening, why we are getting the all these depressions and anxieties. So I'll start from the basic level. That is, if you see Mooladhara Chakra. So Mooladhara Chakra is like a root for us. So it is like a support system. When we are born, that is, we get this support for Mooladhara Chakra from our parents. So from our family members, parents, they nurture us. How a plant, we plant a seed and it grows into a small plant. Someone have to support us, right? Someone has to nurture us, give us the proper supply of water, food, the sunlight. So only then we can actually grow. So in the same way, to strengthen our Mooladhara Chakra, the Mooladhara Chakra is for the support for our roots. For basic fundamental support, we get that from our family members. This we get by bonding with our parents, our grandparents, our family members. So with that, the bond is created, and so we feel as supported by them. So till our young age, what happens is we will be in ignorance. Any problem we are facing in our childhood, it will not actually affect us, because if we have that proper family support, that Mooladhara support, we will actually the parents will take the responsibility. Since during the childhood we will not have the responsibility to take a problem to a head. That's why we'll be in ignorance. We'll be under the protection of our parents. As a child, we'll be dependent on our parents, so that they will take care of our emotions, they will take care of our problems. So by this way, so during our childhood, our parents' karma only will actually help us. So we all will be dependent upon our parents' karma during our childhood. So the next level is actually Swadhisthana Chakra. When you come to adult stage, more bonding is required from your friends and the societies, because you have to walk and start to explore the world by yourself. So even then you have your family support in Mooladhara Chakra. You should, the Swadhisthana Chakra is more of the pleasure seeking chakra. So for that you needed more of bond from your friends. So whatever happening in your life, so you will have a same frequency level of your friends to enjoy this world, to have pleasures. It is mainly based on the adrenal rush. To enjoy this world, you need some bond with your friends. That is, so someone is feeling lonely, definitely they'll be in depressed, because they will not have any friends support. So that's why if you have many friends for your support and many friends in bonding, you will actually feel very happy in your life. That's why friends in Swadhisthana, it is mostly about the social support, the friendship you needed. So not only that, you also need a physical happiness, you will also have a tendency to bond for physical happiness, physical craving. You will go for these polygamy, so many physical attractions. All these will happen in Swadhisthana chakra, that is the physical attraction and physical bonding. So the next level is actually Manipura chakra. In Manipura chakra is more of the into wealth, that is, you wanted to accumulate the money, the properties. You need to actually focus on the career to actually. Manipura is more of into this accumulating all these materialistic desires. So for this you will have some group of people around you, and based on that comparison your life will be going. So if any problem you're facing in your business or in career, you can actually compare with the same frequency and the same crowd, and you can actually go on through your life. It will not, all these problems will not affect much, because our life will be facing both happiness and we'll be facing the problems also. So happiness and sadness will be compensated with each other. So when you are facing any problem, with these bonds you can consult and compare with other people's. These bonds, what happens is these problems will be subsided. So you can actually overcome with these problems with the support of these family members or friends or these bondings. You can actually easily overcome these problems. So next is the Hanata chakra. So Hanata chakra is like bonding between two people. So it is more of the love, affection. You will be more craving for love, caring and affection. And it is mostly about one-to-one bonding. It is not like a polygamy, it is a monogamy. So it is like one-to-one bonding. So like this, your whole life you would have created some bonding system. So these bondings are very important in the life, because it gives us a comparison to actually go to next stages of the life, to actually face the problems, so that you will actually have people beside you to actually support you. So this is how the bonding is helping us to grow. What happens in spiritual awakening is, spiritual awakening comes to cut all these bonds. So all these years you had enjoyed these bonding, enjoyed this happiness, enjoyed these pleasures from all these bonds with friends and family members. Now what will happen is, in spiritual awakening it is going to cut all these bonds. Why the bond is cut? Because we are actually experiencing the fake happiness. What I'm telling, the fake happiness is that we are feeling happy by making others jealous. So we are proving to the society that we are more happy than them. So that's how we are actually getting the satisfaction. This is actually not the true happiness. For example, if you take in social media, so suppose if you are going to any place to have a vacation, more than we are actually experiencing happiness by ourselves, major happiness is that taking the pictures and posting in the social media is become the major happiness for us. And this is how it is triggering the jealousy for others, and with that we are actually feeling happiness. So it is like a race, that we are actually not happy with others being happy, but instead it is like we are feeling the jealous of others, and we are tend to be happy and we are satisfied with that. So this thing is going to completely cut in spiritual awakening. So in my video, like why spiritual awakening is happening, I posted a video. In that I clearly said that we have lost a consciousness that as a whole, as a system, we are working, but we are all becoming like a cancer cell. So these fake happiness and bonding we are created because we are become like a cancer cell. So all these should cut down now, all this fake bonding and happiness. This spiritual awakening is actually giving us consciousness again. So all these fake happiness is going to cut down. So after cutting down this, what is happening is you're going to enter into a new frequency. the old bonding frequency is going to change, and spiritual awakening going to give you a consciousness with new frequency. A new door is opened for you and it will never close back. The door is open and the old door is actually shut down. So what is happening is, when this new frequency is open, we actually do not know how to handle this frequency. It is like only you are experiencing this new frequency. The people around you are the same. They are in the old frequency. Only you are actually experiencing this frequency. So why we are getting this anxiety, depression, this panic attacks, and also more things are there like brain fog. So why we are all getting this is the old frequency is cut down and we are entering into the new frequency, and we are not able to handle this new frequency. So what is happening is, since this new frequency has entered, your old happiness is everything is cut down. Your whole satisfaction happiness is like in two ways, for masculine and feminine. So for feminine is more of the dopamine secretion. Say they need the caring, they need the love, they need the affection. So more of these dopamine, they would be addicted to that for feminine. For masculine is more of in Swadhisthana chakra. So more of this lust forming, more of this polygamy, so more of this physical attraction, the sexual attraction. So this is because for their adrenal rush, they'll be addicted to the adrenal rush. So like this way your mind gets satisfied for these happinesses. So even then the happiness is there, fake happiness, because you will be feeling the happiness and satisfaction by making others feel jealous. So what happens is, when this happiness is all cut, when this dopamine secretion, adrenal rush, everything is cut, your mind is going to be blank. So you are actually going to be isolated, because no one around you is going to understand you, because of this new frequency, you would have experienced a spiritual awakening. So different experience in spiritual awakening would have happened. So all the knowledges for this frequency you would have got about Kundalini, about the chakras, about spiritual awakening. So all these knowledges you would have been got from other spiritual awakening people. So what the difficult part is, only in you would have been known all these, you would have been facing a different frequency. The people around you will be in the old frequency. So whenever you try to again bond with them, to explain them, they will never going to understand what is happening, what is. So all these kundalinis, everything, if you're going to try to tell them or try to bond with this frequency, you're not going to achieve that, because they are still in that old frequency. They will not understand your new spiritual awakening and frequency. You will be in depression, anxiety, because your mind is going to become blank. If it is blank, you're going to be in fear. So that's why you're facing depression, anxiety. You're not going to have that adrenal rush or dopamine. Again, if you try to bond and bring back and try to go back to the old frequency to enjoy all those pleasure, it is not going to happen. So even forcefully, if you go and try to bond, what is happening is your karma is changed. So it will never going to happen, it will never work out. Even then, if you go and try to bond with your friends again, what will happen is your thought, everything has changed. A different information is in your thought. Your wavelength is not going to match with your friends. So even though if you're going out, even though if you're trying to bond again, what happens is, you'll actually feel weird, not going to be satisfied with all those happiness. In that circle again, you're going to be isolated. So this is what will happen. But we should know that these all are fake happiness. We are inside that fake happiness, and spiritual awakening is something, it will take us to the real happiness. So what is real happiness is, you should feel happy when others are happy. You will actually feel the blissfulness. It is actually more happy than the previous all those fake happiness. You will feel more blissfulness. It is actually more of global happiness. If people surrounding you are happy, you will also feel that happiness inside you. This is the true happiness. So this I will explain with an example. Suppose in your life you was been a non-vegetarian, that throughout your life you have been a non-vegetarian, and all your satisfaction and happiness and craving, everything depend on the non-veg food. So you would have actually you would have also taken the some few vegetables or vegetarian foods, but the major satisfaction would have been the non-veg, and all the craving and satisfaction you would have got from the non-veg. So you would have not tried the different vegetarian foods during your non-veg period. So suppose if in your life, for instance, you have to change into vegetarian, what will happen is, what we are doing is, we are completely cutting down the non-veg. So the basic happiness, the basic support system for satisfaction, everything you're cutting off, and you're not fully entering into the vegetarian phase. You are not fully experiencing or taking in the vegetarian items. You're actually, what you're doing is, during non-veg time, the few things you would have taken as a vegetarian food, like sambar, like rasam, like curd, all those few things you would have taken, and you would have thought this is only is vegetarian, and you would have you only will start eating those things. But the true factor is, people who are vegetarian from their childhood, they know how to eat the vegetarian in a tasty way, in a satisfaction way. They know how to satisfy the craving with the vegetarian food itself. They'll include so much of vegetarian food, so much of recipes will there is also there in vegetarian food. But as a non-vegetarian, what throughout our life we would not experience all those vegetarian items. We'll actually shut down the non-veg completely, and our craving will be still there. We'll be still craving for that food. So what we have to do is, we should explore more into vegetarian food. We should explore the different items. We should explore many things to satisfy our craving. Even many things are tasty and craving satisfying in vegetarian food also. We should explore that. We should bring out all those recipes, and we should start experiencing that. Only then we can completely come out of that craving of non-veg, and we can focus into vegetarian food, and of course our happiness will be satisfied with this vegetarian food. Same way, what happens is, your old happiness, that is the fake happiness, is going to cut down. All those bondings is going to cut down, and you are exposed to new frequency. But what is happening is, in this new frequency, you're not trying to explore it. You're not trying to explore the happiness from the new frequency. So again and again you're trying to actually go back to your old frequency, which is not going to happen, because the karma has changed. Now, why we are getting anxiety, the depressions, is you are being isolated. The only solution is, you have to actually search for the people and try to bond with the new frequency members, the people who having the same wavelength, so that everything what you are experienced is, they are also would have been experienced in that spiritual awakening. So you can actually explain them, you can share your thoughts with them. With that, you can bond with those people, and the new kind of happiness and new kind of satisfaction you can actually explore. That's how you can actually satisfy your happiness. So one thing I would like to tell is, so if anything about spiritual awakening, people are tending to cut the family members, to cut the family and cut the friends, and actually move separately into the bonding, new frequency or new spiritual people. So please do not do that. We can actually balance between our spiritual life and also our family and friends life. So all these balance I will actually tell in my future videos. So it is actually, these isolation will actually change. Already I've said about the dark night of the soul. Only in this phase, all these anxieties, so all these isolations, all these depressions, the brain fog, everything will come. So once you have understood the new frequency and understood the happiness and trying to bond with the spiritually awakened people, what will happen is, this phase will actually cross, and you will actually go to the next stages. So that's how you can actually cross all these stages. By actually, there are many meditations, like many Kriya Yoga, Hatha Yoga. There are many mantras, chantings. you can actually go to a proper knowledge resource place. You can get to know all these things, and by following this you can actually stable all your chakras and you can overcome these anxiety and depression. So my life is a little different, completely based on my thoughts. So any situation like this, with my thoughts itself I can actually able to balance, but it is not in the case with many of them. To actually change our thoughts only, we are doing the meditation yoga, hatha yoga and kriya yoga. So we need that supply to for us to actually change our energies, change our thoughts. So please don't be always sitting in your house isolated. You have to reach out to your spiritual circle, reach out to people with the same wavelength, so that they can share their information and you can bond with them, and that's how you can overcome with this situation. So everything is happening for a good reason. We are going to experience the real happiness. So currently this world needs only this. We don't need the fake, those jealous happiness. We need the real happiness. We need to feel happy by making others happy. We are going to become more of giver than taker. So when the world becomes happy, when the people around us becomes happy, that's how we will feel the blissfulness as a whole. We'll feel that we are under a proper system, under a proper satisfaction will come to our life. So, okay guys, I hope so all this information would have been very important for you. Please do share with people who are suffering from these anxieties and depressions, so they can know the proper knowledge why all these are happening. They can actually come out of this. So, okay guys, thanks for watching. So, this is Shobna. Bye from Soulful Knowledge.